Good evening. Hello, good evening. Can you hear my voice? Hello? Hello? Okay, we're waiting with the other student. While we wait for the other student, I'm gonna check your attendance list first. Let me see. We have Mbak Martija, Mbak Rahmawati, Mbak Yunita Sari. Okay, still 3 people. Good evening, everybody.
Miss Hannah.
How are you today?
Fine. Good.
Yeah, I'm also fine.
But sorry, homework.
Yeah, you see
OMG.
the file that I post to our group.
Yeah, I just downloaded it.
Yeah, I already post for the presentation criteria and also exercise 1.
For the first homework.
The deadline,
Okay, right?
I already typed it in our group.
Really?
Yeah, on
I didn't see it.
yeah, please submit on October 2nd. Before next,
Sure?
yes, before next online meeting. Okay?
I try.
Yeah, I believe you can make it good.
I'll try my best.
Yes. Give it a try. And Mbak Evi, okay. Good evening, Mbak Evi. Are you still on the way home? No. Already at home. Okay, good. Okay, so you can follow the lesson more, yeah, comfortable. And okay, while we wait for other student, we can start our lesson. Did you learn our last week lesson? Review back the material because okay, if you haven't, so I'm gonna ask you some questions. For the first one, we discuss about the agricultural field, the text, English text in agricultural fields. So you may recognize this plural noun, man or man. So can you decide which one the plural noun and which one the singular?
Man is singular.
Okay,
Yeah.
man is singular and the second one?
The second one is man, right? Actually.
Plural or singular?
Plural.
Okay, so for this case, how do you translate it? Corn or maize is one of the most useful plants known to man. Can you explain first that this word is a plural form, but how do you translate in this text?
Man means human or people in this sentence
Why?
because it is apa sebutnya ya? It's register atau itu?
Do you still remember? Is the term?
Forget. I forgot. I didn't study today.
You must remember it. Because 1 hour later.
Give up, miss.
Give up.
Time. I really don't study today.
How about the other student? Can you help your friend?
Baik, bantu.
Mbak Evi, I will give you point.
Tadi pertanyaan kayak gimana sih, Miss? Tadi baca.
So, as the first question, I asked you to decide which one the plural noun and which one the singular noun from the first.
In or mean ya?
Yes, man or man.
Kalau man itu
Man.
singular,
Yes.
mean itu plural.
And then, how do you translate the following sentence? As you can see that the word man here is a singular form. Okay, go on.
Tapi kalau di sini mungkin
Yeah?
plural ya.
Why? Can you explain to me? Okay. No, no voice.
You also forget. Kan kalau di sini man itu diartikannya manusia kan? Kayak apa? Iya, manusia benar.
Yeah, why? Because Mbak Evi, Mbak Martija, okay. I'm gonna give you 1 point.
Karena kalimatnya bentuk kalimat pasif, Miss.
Corn or maize,
Special term.
because in this context the plants that is, how to say that, karena di dalam konteks ini tumbuhan corn yang dikembangbiakkan, yang ditanam itu nggak mungkin hanya spesifik hanya ditanam oleh satu orang, pasti oleh seluruh umat manusia pada zamannya, right? Because the context talk about the history of corn, right? Ya, jadi di dalam, do you remember the term register?
Yeah.
Yeah, the register is the style, how say that? Ya, register itu adalah gaya bahasa yang menentukan, let me see. Ya, gaya bahasa dalam menentukan padanan kata yang tepat untuk yang disesuaikan pada konteks teks tersebut. Okay, so please remember about register. And number 2, phrasal verbs. Do you still remember how do we translate cares, the word cares for?
Care force mean merawat.
Merawat. And how do you translate the word cares for in this sentence?
In the sentence maybe menjaga.
Can you translate in the whole sentence?
Care to promote the creation of man that it cannot survive unless man cares for it. Therefore, adalah creation of kreasi ciptaan ciptaan untuk manusia atau umat manusia
Mm-mm.
itu untuk manusia bahwa manusia yang tidak dapat bertahan survive unless kecuali manusia atau orang tersebut menjaganya
Corn is so much the creation of man that it cannot survive unless man cares for it. Jagung adalah hasil ciptaan manusia yang tidak dapat bertahan kecuali jika tidak dirawat oleh manusia. Yeah, so we can change the form from the active,
berarti jadi pasif kan?
yeah, active form to passive form in the target language. Okay, yeah. And how about the phrasal verbs of take care of? If we translate in target language, how could it be? Mengurus. What else? Menjaga. Memelihara. How about memelihara? Merawat. Yeah. So in this sentence, how do we translate take care of? You can start from translate from the beginning of the sentence. Mbak Christina, can you try to translate this sentence?
Dia meninggalkan rambutnya.
Remember, okay, remember the techniques of translation. We need to, we cannot like translate word by word, translate it literally, but you may try to translate, make it a good sense. Yeah, find the right word to transfer the meaning in the right way. So how could it be? We have discussed last week. Or other student you may try.
I can see your PPT on my screen.
Oh really? Is it too small?
No, just disappear. Just
Let me see. If I share my screen, can you see it in your device?
yeah.
but I already changed. Let me know if you can see in your device. Can you see in your screen?
Yeah, but it's a different.
Different display. Okay. I already opened my PPT. Can you see?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, good. Okay, let's continue. How do you translate the sentence? She left her hair on the plant as corn silks to remind people to take good care of her gift.
Dia meninggalkan rambutnya pada tanaman tersebut
Mm-mm.
sebagai rambut jagung untuk mengingatkan orang-orang
Mm-mm.
untuk
To take good care of her gift.
untuk memelihara pemberiannya itu kan pohon jadi lebih cocok
Memelihara pemberiannya
dengan baik.
or dengan hati-hati. Yes. Okay, good job. And thank you Mbak Martija, thank you Mbak Christina. And number 3, do you remember the word grain? How do we translate into target language?
Grain means padi-padian.
Why?
It register.
The register. Why?
It should be we should see the context to translate the word like grain in this text means padi-padian because it's about history of because it's talking about history.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can accept it, but it's not that correct.
Yeah.
But you know that grain, if we literally translate to Indonesia, yeah, it becomes gandum. But you know that we don't have gandum in Indonesia, so we can categorize grain into padi-padian in this context. Okay, please remember it. And for number 4, how do we translate the word pilgrims?
Pilgrims mean pendatang.
Who's speaking? Mbak Christina or Mbak Evi?
Iya, Mbak Evi.
Mbak Evi? Okay, good. 1 point for Mbak Evi, Mbak Christina too. Okay, I hope other students can participate tonight. Okay, pilgrims you translate become para pendatang. Why?
Because consider historical background of America kan yang Indian itu apa sih, ada pilgrimsnya, berarti kan apa sih, suku zaman dulunya itu loh Miss,
Okay, because
dari history dari zaman Indianya itu yang apa sih, ada pendatang, ada yang waktu apa, pokoknya yang suku Indian sama yang ada pendatang yang itu cerita yang waktu kemarin dibahas itu dari backgroundnya.
Cultural aspect kali.
okay, that's correct. Ya, jadi pilgrims itu dulu adalah para pendatang, imigran yang tinggal menetap di daerah Amerika ya. Dan waktu itu suku aslinya itu suku apa? suku Indian. So Indian people call immigrants as a pilgrims. So if you know the context, then you know how to translate in the correct way. Okay, thank you Mbak Evi. And then we move to our lesson tonight. We will discuss about arts and how to translate English text to Indonesian text. Still the same, but in different field. It is arts and entertainment. So if you know that this kind of text would be provide the information that is more informal way than the last week lesson, the agricultural context. So let's start by reading our book. Please open your book, text 1 on page 5.4. Already?
Yes.
Okay. Can someone help us to read?
Task 1.
Okay.
Dances of India.
Yes, dances of India. That text.
There are many types of dance in India, from those which are deeply religious in content to those which are dance on more trivial happy occasions. Classically, dance
Occasions.
of India occasions.
Yes.
Classical dance of India are usually always spiritual in content, although this is often true also of folk dance.
Okay. As you can see in your book, there are many types of dance in India. So it translates into ada banyak jenis tarian di India. So there are means actually literally we translate become di sana, there, di sana. But in this context is if it starts in the beginning of the sentence, it means ada banyak so it become ada banyak jenis tarian di India, and from those which are deeply religious. Please look at the word deeply. If we translate literally, it become dengan mendalamnya. But if we put in this sentence, it's not really suitable because it sounds not natural. So we can transfer become the word in the word sangat. Sangat also have the same meaning with the source word deeply. Okay, so it become dari tarian yang isinya sangat bersifat religious is like the adjective in this context. So we can put it bersifat. This is a techniques of add one more word, penambahan, teknik penerjemahan dengan menambah satu kata untuk menekankan kata tersebut tidak yang menekankan makna dalam source language. Oke, jadi terjemahannya menjadi sangat bersifat keagamaan. Okay, and then in content to those which are dance on more trivial happy occasions. Diterjemahkan menjadi hingga tarian yang dilakukan pada acara-acara yang sifatnya tidak penting. And please look at that the word classical dances. Classical dances of India ini adalah noun phrase. So we start to translate the noun, the main noun located in the Indian of the noun phrase. Di sini kita lihat kan ada kata India. Jadi yang kita translate itu dari belakangnya dulu menjadi tarian dances of India. Jadi klasikalnya ini adjektif kita letakkan di belakang karena bentuk grammatical form, grammatical structure in bahasa Indonesia itu adjektifnya noun duluan baru adjektif. Jadi di sini kita bisa terjemahkan menjadi tarian India klasik. Are usually always spiritual in content, although this is often true also of folk dances. Oke, karena ini di source text-nya satu kalimat ini cukup panjang, jadi di dalam bahasa Indonesia kita bisa pisahkan. Jadi itu tidak masalah membagi kalimat dari satu kalimat menjadi dua kalimat dalam target language, as long as it still provides a good sense of the text. For example, like this, classical dances of India are usually always spiritual in content. Jadi dibagi dua, tarian India klasik isinya seringkali bersifat keagamaan. Oke, dari although sampai dances ini start with a new sentence. Menjadi meskipun demikian, sifat keagamaan ini juga seringkali ditemukan pada tarian-tarian rakyat, folk dances. Folk di sini artinya tarian rakyat. Okay. So please transfer the meaning accurately in the target language. Okay, do you have any question? Okay, if you haven't had question, let's go to the next slide. So for tonight I will explain about some translation techniques, including reduction, transposition, idiom, ellipsis, and also cultural aspect, adaptation, and collocation. Let's start from the reduction first. Okay, so reduction is one of the translation technique, consists of omitting an element in the target text because it is regarded as redundant or even misleading. Jadi teknik reduction atau bahasa lainnya itu pengurangan merupakan teknik mengurangi sebuah kata, sebuah elemen dalam target text jika maknanya di dalam bahasa target itu terdengar mubazir atau diulang-ulang, or misleading, terjadi penyimpangan makna. For example, as you can see in your book on text 1 page 5.4, please see the first sentence. There are many types of dance in India, from those which are deeply religious in content. If we literally translate into bahasa, it may become ada banyak jenis-jenis tarian di India, dari tarian yang dengan how to say this is a little bit difficult, right? Deeply religious, yang sifat keagamannya